Welcome. Welcome to another installment of Buallz and Beerz. Today we're going to do another Chicago-based brewery called Half Acre. This is their big-time once-a-year release. It is called Benthic. So Benthic 2023. I never knew about this one until the last few years, probably like 4 or 5 years. But I never really took note of it until the last like 2 years with all the variants and stuff. But it's always incredibly good, or at least usually incredibly good. It always has kind of the cool little can art too. Usually it's something like deep water related, as far as I understand. I don't know the etymology of benthic or anything like that, but it's certainly something like that. Anyway, bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout with toasted coconut and coffee. So if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that coconut and coffee are two of my big check marks for pretty much any barrel-aged beer. So like I said, that's why I tend to really like these. And I have no reservations that I will enjoy this one substantially as well. 13.6 ABV, as mentioned, from Half Acre Brewing in Chicago. As with most of my barrel-aged stouts, it's been sitting out for maybe 10-ish minutes to kind of warm it up a little bit. Glassware tonight, brought to you by my last video, but not brought to you by, but Triptych. December 23rd for the rest of us, 2022. So they do a fun little Festivus beer thing that I talked about in the last video. But this was like a complimentary glass that came along with your entry, or I don't even remember. I don't think you had to pay to be there, or maybe you had to pay like $10 or something, but you got this, then you got like a grab bag of random old barrel-aged beers. Anyway, on to Half Acre. You can see it there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Looks like it just came off the old Nespresso machine. Mmm. Smells pretty darn good. Obviously, this is a freshie. You know, this was probably just canned up in the last month or two. Actually, I think it was only released, yeah, about a month ago. But anyway, it smells very nice. Lots of coffee up front, but you can definitely smell the barrel. I'm a fan of the nose. There's like a little bit of something else on there. Kind of like a chalky. I don't know if that's a smell, but a little bit. Anyway, bottoms up. Cheers. Oh yeah. Get some nice barrel on that bad boy. Definitely get the coffee. Nice coffee aftertaste. But that barrel is forward. Very nice mouthfeel. Not the thickest I've ever had, but it's pretty solid. Mm. Sorry about that, guys. I forget my place sometimes. Yeah, like I've never really described chalky as a smell or a flavor, I don't think, but almost has like a little bit of something. It's not necessarily bad. It just is like dry, if that makes sense. You know, like after you smack chalk together and it kind of fills the air, and then there's that kind of like dryish, kind of bland, not bland, it's not the right word. Anyway, if you know what I mean, maybe you could understand or imagine what I'm saying. Yeah, but like I said, you get a lot of coffee, you get a lot of barrel, which is good. I like that in a barrel-aged stout. I'm not getting as much coconut as I would have thought, but it is still slightly chilled, so it should just be excuse me, that some of those aren't coming out yet. Does leave a little to be desired on the first sips here. Let's go ahead and dump the rest, and maybe the rest of the flavors in the bottom of the can. Anyway, yeah, these are, you can usually find these single cans or 2-pack cans. I think single cans usually they charge anywhere between 12 and 15. For a 2-pack, which is what it technically comes in, they are usually between 25 and 30. Or somewhere thereabouts, like $24.99, I think. I think I saw some at Benny's today for, yeah, I think it was $24.99 or $25.99. It's solid. I think if you see it on the shelf, it's worth getting. They do variants as well. I've not had any of the variants from this year. I have a couple coming my way from a buddy, but we have yet to meet up, so I haven't tried them yet. But when I get those, I will do another video at some point of those bad boys. Certainly good. Like I said, it's kind of creamy, but not super viscous. I get a lot of coffee, and then the barrel flavor is there. Like I said, I'm not getting a whole lot of the toasted coconut, which is surprising to me, because usually it's pretty front and center. I'm going to take a little pause in this video, come back and finish tasting it in maybe another 10-15 minutes as it starts to warm up a little bit. So I'll see you shortly, even though in the video it's just going to go like this. And we're back, baby. It's been maybe 10-15 minutes. This is definitely warmed up. I've been giving it the old cup method, you know, treating it like it's the body of Christ, or the blood of Christ. I don't know, I'm not a good Catholic. I'm not even Catholic, but my wife is. You certainly get coconut as it warms up, which is good. I'm a big fan of coconut or toasted coconut or any kind of coconut in my barrel-aged stouts. So I'm happy that that's warmed up. The barrel is still there, still very coffee forward. It still has like a little chalky. I don't know. I don't know a better term for it. Like it almost feels a little dry. And I don't know what that is. I can't put a finger on what that taste is. But as it's warmed up, that is a little off-putting. Like it almost leaves like a little bitter taste in the back part of your mouth. So it's certainly still good. This is still, I think this is on par or better than any of the barrel-aged Goose Island stuff that I featured this year or on my videos and such. But I will say this one is, I've heard it's a banger. I don't think this one is great for Benthic. I've had a lot of Benthic that is way better. I still think it's very solid. You're not going to be mad at paying $12.99 a can or $15 a can, to me anyway. I think it's great. It's also, this is a side note for marketing, a 12-ounce can for barrel-aged stouts is the way to go. Everyone should take note. It's awesome getting a big fucking cool waxy top, you know, 500 ml or 750 ml bottle. That's a thing of the past though, man. Like nobody wants to open a 750 ml bottle by yourself on a Monday night or any weeknight or even on the weekday, you know? Like especially when they're all adjuncted up or super sweet, you don't want to drink 750 ml or even 500 ml is pushing it. So I wish more people would move to the old 12 ounce cans. Not to mention 12-ounce cans makes more product, makes more people happy, makes more people get your beer to spread the good word. That's my little soapbox on marketing for barrel-aged beers. I don't understand the logistics of it. I don't work at a brewery. I don't know anything about running a business or the business of beer, but I'm just saying as a consumer, 12-ounce cans are fucking perfect. You do a 2-pack of 12-ounce cans, and I guarantee everyone will be happier for it. I think you'll see more people buying it just to drink it, which is a plus in itself. And there's just more product, you know, and that, I don't know the math on it, but let's say you're doing 100 750 bottles. which I'm sure it's a way more than that for any given case. Or you could do 400 12-ounce cans. You know, to me, that's a no-brainer. Then you have 400 different people or 200 different people getting that product, spreading the word, saying if it's good, if it's bad, whatever, versus the big giant bottles. Because that's one of the big negatives of the 750 mils. I'm rarely ever going to open a 750 mil by myself, no matter what night it is, as a mid-30s-year-old. Just because it's way too much, you know, especially at between 12 and 18% alcohol. It doesn't lead to a good next day. I'll just say that. In my younger days, sure, but you also were kind of just drinking them because they're high ABV. You're like, hey, fuck yeah, high ABV, why not? Anyway, off that soapbox, Benthic from Half Acre, 2023. The base stout, not a variant. Coffee, barrel, and a little bit of coconut. But like I said, it's got some sort of like dry, bitter flavor that I don't love. I don't like super sweet in my stout, but this could use a little bit of sweet. Now, if you're not into sweet at all, you'll love this because it doesn't have a whole lot of sweet. This is definitely on the more bland, more bitter side with the coffee. The coffee definitely gives it a little bit of a bitter taste and finish. It's still very good. I would say this is a 7.9, 8.0, somewhere around there. I've had other ones that I think would be pushing into the high 8s, and I've had some of the variants, like I think last year, 2022, or maybe 2021, the 2x4, which I think was the double barrel. That one was fucking excellent. Like, that one was easily, going purely off memory, like a 9 or a 9.1. But I think this is, like I said, about a 7.9 to 8.0. Also going off memory, I think I like the 2022 base stout a little better. Not significantly better, but my memory at least tells me I think I liked it better. Still very solid. Still worth a purchase, I think, if you've never had it or if you traditionally like Benthic. Side note, I did Google this. And Benthic refers to anything associated with or occurring on the bottom of a body of water. The animals and plants that live on or in the bottom are known as the benthos. So that explains it. Like I said, it's always like bioluminescent fish, you know, like the fucking angler fish, or in this case, like a little jellyfish, invertebrate sort of thing. So I think that's awesome too. The can art is always excellent for these. Not that that has anything to do with the flavor or the value, but it is fun. Nice little cool art to it. So anyway, that's all I got to say about Benthic. Like I said, we'll say a 7.9, 8.0. It is solid. I think it is year to year, very good. It's worth a purchase. If you're able to get the variants, they are usually excellent. And that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow my videos in the future. If there's any beers or breweries or anything in the future that you'd like me to try, make sure to let me know. All right, thanks, and have a great day or night or whatever time it is for you. Thanks, see you later. Awkward.